So, I'm fully aware that New Blood number 4 isn't even out yet, but I don't have much interest in talking about that one. We already know that our favorite cowboy is heading off to Russia to meet Zarya. I'm far more invested in where he might be going after that, and who he might meet when he gets there. When Cole finishes up his business in the eastern half of Russia, he's going to be geographically close to 2 countries of interest, South Korea and Japan. Both locations have at least one key person that Cole might want to talk to, but I gotta be honest, my main fixation here is what other characters might make cameo appearances or more. Let's talk about South Korea first. Obviously, if he decided to go there, he'd meet up with D.Va. If he does approach D.Va, that means we could see the other members of the Mecha Squad. That's the prospect that truly excites me. A proper comic cameo for either one of those 4 other characters, maybe more than one, maybe all of them. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I love D.Va, but I'm a little more excited to see King, Casino, Demon, or Overlord. I would definitely prefer seeing all of them, but I'd settle for just one. But really, please, just really, I do want to say, don't let them just be background cameo appearances. Give us some dialogue. Give us like a crumb of insight into their personalities, okay? Is Casino a shady two-timer? Is King a smelly meme lord? These are burning questions that I need to know the answer to. Now, here's the thing. I just think overall, him going to South Korea to find D.Va is actually, of the 2, the less likely scenario. I think it's more likely he's gonna go to Japan. Here's why. As some of y'all probably are aware, I would think, Cole has, he has an old friend in Japan. An old friend that he hasn't seen in years and that he'd like to check in on. You might have heard of him. But because this comic series is meant to try and showcase some characters that were never formally a part of Overwatch, like with the exception of the first issue where he goes to find Ana and she's like, oh, well, you should go find some new people. Probably not actually going to meet up with Genji, even if that's his goal going in. As a matter of fact, most likely scenario, he's probably gonna finally meet Hanzo. But if that was all we got out of the comic, just those 2 meeting and nothing else, I'd be disappointed in that because there's another character, really another 2 characters, that I'd like to see make an appearance. One in particular especially. And if you've been following me at least for a bit, you probably already know where I'm going with this. Allow me to pitch to you my dream plot outline for this comic. Cole goes to Hanamura and Kanezaka to track down Genji, but has no luck. Genji's already left the country by that point, and he will be not appearing in this comic. As he's exploring around town, he sees various posters of a heroic figure riding a mech. He thinks to himself, oh, maybe she'd be good for Overwatch. So he starts asking around about her. He winds up in a noodle shop, and it just so happens that on that very same day, Hanzo is there. Where I want this to ultimately go is for Cole to be dragged into a 3-way street fight between Hanzo, Brit, and young Miss Yamagami. They don't have to tell us everything about Yamagami, still without a first name, and Brit. I'm certainly not going to hope as much that we're going to get extensive information on them if they were to appear at all, but they could at least show up. If we could at least learn what their names are at this point, since again, I'm assuming Brit's name is probably not Brit anymore. And if we could get some insight into what's going on with them, I'd really like that, especially since, I'm really feeling that those 2 are going to be launch heroes for Overwatch 2, so this would be a good time to give us a sneak peek of them and maybe what they can do. And also, check out my Brit hero concept right here. Go check that out, because along with speculating about her kit and abilities, what I think she's going to do, I also speculate about her lore with what few clues that we have. I mean, barely any at all, but like I took it and ran with it. But yeah, if you watch it, most everything I just said it's definitely gonna make a lot more sense. Anyway, if it's not obvious, what I, honest to God, really just want out of this comic is just a little morsel of Brit content. After all, it's the Year of the Tiger. She's probably tiger-themed. Give me my tiger lady, Blizzard.